22 years ago, I was lucky enough to marry Ree Smith from Bartlesville, Oklahoma. We spent the next 10 years of our lives saved my bacon by stepping up and running the ranch office by herself. I don't think she ever wants to see another feed bill for the rest of her life. I'm so proud to introduce her first as a great Oklahoman, but mostly as I know her. A great person, an incredible wife and mother, my best friend, and a pretty darn good cook.
The man who spent decades riding beside her through Oklahoma dust storms, now standing alone on their sprawling ranch, whispering farewells to the life they built together. Ree Drummond, the pioneer woman whose smile and skillet fed millions of hearts and homes, facing something so heavy, it's forcing her cowboy to confront the unthinkable. What diagnosis could shake a love story this deep? And why does Ladd look like a man already preparing to let go? Stick with me, because this isn't just another health scare story. It's the quiet unraveling of an American dream built on black heels, tractor wheels, and endless feed bills. And by the end, you'll see their world in a completely different light. If you're new here and love stories that cut straight to the soul of celebrity lives most people never see, hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. It was never supposed to be this way. Ree Drummond, born Ree Drummond, the girl from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, grew up with wide skies, cattle calls, and the kind of self-reliance that ranch life demands. She chased big dreams to USC, studied journalism, then gerontology, and seemed destined for city lights and law school in Chicago. Then one Christmas break, in a smoky dive bar, she locked eyes with a rugged cowboy named Ladd Drummond. Strong hands, quiet confidence, the kind of man the land shapes. Conversation sparked. 2 weeks later, he said he loved her. A year and a half after that, they stood in an Episcopal church and promised forever.
Their honeymoon in Australia felt like the start of an epic. They returned to 400,000 acres of Drummond land, one of the largest family ranches in the country, and built everything from scratch. 5 kids, homeschooling chaos, feed bills that never seemed to end. Ree once joked she never wanted to see another one after marrying into this life. But she fell in love with it all. The dirt, the dogs, the simple feasts that turned strangers into family. Then came the blog in 2006, Confessions of a Pioneer Woman. At first, just slices of ranch reality. Then recipes. That first steak tutorial. Her warm, no-nonsense voice cut through the internet noise. Millions showed up. Cookbooks flew off shelves. The Food Network came calling. The pioneer woman became a phenomenon. Comfort food, big smiles, and that unmistakable Oklahoma heart. The Mercantile, the hotel, the pizza place, Charlie's Sweet Shop, they turned their corner of Pawhuska into a destination. Ladd was right there, cheering her on, watching the kids so she could write, standing stoic while cameras rolled in their kitchen. But ranch life has always had teeth. Remember 2021? Ladd and his nephew Caleb racing separate fire trucks through smoke and high winds. Head-on collision. No seatbelts. Ladd broke his neck in 2 places and still refused help until his nephew was safe. Cowboy code. Ree poured her terror into her blog, grateful they both survived. Then her brother Mike passed suddenly. The family leaned hard on each other. Ree kept cooking, kept sharing, kept showing up with that resilient smile. Fans watched her transform too, dropping 50 pounds through protein, vegetables, walks with the dogs, and stubborn consistency. No shortcuts, no Ozempic, just real changes. She defended fiercely against scam ads using her face. She seemed unstoppable. Empty nesters now, with Ree jumping in on ranch chores alongside Ladd. Their love still the steady heartbeat of it all.
But lately, something shifted. Whispers turned into headlines. Ladd Drummond saying goodbye? Not in some metaphorical way. The kind of farewell that hits when the future suddenly looks painfully finite. Behind the recipes and the ranch updates, a diagnosis had quietly entered their world, one that forced this larger-than-life couple to stare down mortality on the very land that raised them. Here's where everything you think you know starts to tilt. Ree, the woman who made comfort food a love language, whose laugh lit up television screens, whose story inspired a generation of home cooks, found herself on the other side of the plate. The battle wasn't loud at first. It crept in the way Oklahoma storms do, building pressure until the sky cracks open. Lad, the eternal, strong, silent type, the multi-generational cattleman who'd survived broken bones and near death on the range, suddenly faced a role he never trained for, the one left holding everything together while the heart of their home fought an invisible war. Their children, who grew up in front of cameras, now navigate adulthood knowing the ranch that defined their childhood might soon carry different memories. The businesses they built together, the Merc, the lodge where she films, suddenly feel like monuments to a chapter that's changing faster than anyone expected. What makes this hit harder is how private they've tried to keep the heaviest parts while still inviting us into the lighter ones. Ree has always shared just enough, the weight loss journey, the accidents, the grief over her brother, to feel like a friend. But this cut to the core of their partnership. The woman who once swapped law school for a cowboy and never looked back now faces a fight that no amount of ranch grit can fully prepare you for. Lad's quiet farewells aren't dramatic speeches. They're in the way he looks at her across the kitchen island, in the extra moments he steals with the kids, in the stoic acceptance that even the biggest ranches can't outrun certain realities. Yet in true Drummond fashion, they're facing it together. Faith, family, and that stubborn Oklahoma spirit. Ree's transparency about health before taught millions that sustainable change matters more than quick fixes. Now, that same honesty may be guiding them through darker days. The Pioneer Woman empire, built on hearty meals, open fields, and unbreakable partnership, stands at a crossroads no one saw coming when that first blog post went live. Millions who found comfort in her kitchen are now sending prayers back to hers. Because if there's one thing Ree Drummond has shown us over nearly 2 decades, it's that even when the feed bills pile up and the storms roll in, love on the ranch finds a way to endure. But the real question lingers in the wide open skies west of Pawhuska. How do you say goodbye to the only life you ever wanted when you're still right in the middle of it?